Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. So in today's video, we're going to be making a flip flap fun fold card. That's a lot of F's. So I was inspired to make this card by another demonstrator whose name is Susan Campfield, and her website, YouTube channel is suestampfield.com, I think. So if you want to go check hers out, absolutely do. I did change mine up a little. I changed up the measurements just a bit. She did post it quite a while ago. It was last year sometime. But I've chosen to use the, oh, now I forgot the name of it, Floral Delight Designer Series paper, which is in the new mini catalog that just launched last Tuesday. So I hope you've gotten your copy already. If you haven't gotten it and would like a copy, then please reach out to me and I'll send one out to you. And so let's get started. Also, if you're interested in my newsletter, I do send out the measurements for all my cards on Wednesday mornings following the posting of my video on Tuesday mornings. And a sneak peek of the card that I had made is right here. So isn't that adorable? So you got this flip flap, little flap here, and it's a fun fold. So let's get started. I'll set that right here so I know what to refer to. All right, let me start by, I'm actually going to start by stamping the inside, which is a little different for me because I usually start with the outside. So I've got my Memento Tuxedo Black. I want to get my Pierce mat and a piece of scrap paper. Got it right over here. I'm just grabbing a couple of other things that I forgot to put on here, like some glue dots. And because I'm going to need those to attach the ribbon later on. So let's just get that while my hand was in there. Okay, so let's stamp this. Got my piece under here. So first I'm going to stamp the butterfly, and I want her to dry a little bit because I'm going to be doing some ink blending. So we're going to stamp her right down in this corner here. Not ink blending, using my blending brushes. So that's why I want to make sure that she's dry before I do anything else, because I don't want the ink to smear. So I'm just going to stamp the sentiment, and then we're going to set that aside to completely dry. And then we'll put the card together, and then we'll come back and use the blending brushes. So I just cleaned off my stamp, and I'm going to stamp the greeting in Old Olive on the inside. I'm not using a greeting on the outside. And it says, in case you need me, I'm here. I'm actually giving this to a very dear friend who is not well. And I just want her to know how much I care about her and that I'll be there for her. And I'm actually going to see her and deliver this to her. So I hope this brings a little cheer and happiness to her life. Because as I said, she's very ill. And anyway, I'm not going to get all sad and stuff right now. So, okay, so let's set this aside for right now. We're going to let that dry. And as I said, later on, we're going to use the blending brush to add some color to the butterfly. All right, I'm going to put this aside now. I think we're done with all the stamping. I've got my parts and pieces here. I'm going to start by embossing this one piece, two pieces, excuse me. I am using the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set and dies. I've already cut out my butterfly and I've mounted her. She'll go right on the front of our image, on our panel rather. I'm going to add a little wink of Stella. And you know what, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do that right now to her body so that it sparkles. So Wink of Stella is really awesome. If you haven't used it, just adds a little bit of sparkle to anything. And you can add it to stamped images as well. And what I have found, I'm just going to add a little sparkle to her wings up here maybe. I have found that, and I don't know if it's because my ink was still wet, but it kind of almost changed the color of the ink a little. It made it like deeper, if that makes sense. So anyway, we're going to do this just very quickly, and then we'll put that Wink of Stella away because I'm done with that. And we'll set this aside to dry, and it'll be ready for us to use later. So let me get my cut and emboss machine, and I am using the Starstruck embossing folder. Now, I don't know. They're saying stars. These look like daisies to me. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you agree. But this die, I'm sorry, not die, the embossing folder is available as a free item when you purchase $60 worth of Stampin' Up! Product. And it doesn't have to be from the New Mini catalog. It could be the annual catalog. It could be from the clearance rack, from online exclusives, from anything. So you can earn that for free with a $60 purchase. So we're going to add that. And I need my base plate, 3. Since this is not a 3D embossing folder, it's just a regular. So we're going to use the base plate. I really need to replace these plates. Do I need a base plate? Maybe I don't. Maybe there's too much thickness in there. Let's try to do it without it. Might be because, no, see, that's too thin. Which one's flatter? I think this one's a little bit flatter. So let's try this. There we go. Yeah, so I need to really replace these plates because they've gotten so warped that it's hard to push it through, as you can see me having a little bit of difficulty getting that through. But we did it, so it's done. Put this back away. I'm done with it. Okay. So isn't that pretty? But they look like daisies to me. It doesn't look like Starstruck. It does not look like stars. All right, let's see. So we're going to take these out. And we're done with the folder. Now we could start assembling the card. So let me start by folding this. And actually, I do have to adhere part of this because it kind of starts out like a bookbinding fold, because I'm going to be gluing this part here. But before I do that, I want to fold all these pieces back and forth. And they all fold into valley folds like this. And then that next one does the same thing, like so. Okay, so now let's glue this part down. And you can use either your liquid adhesive, which is my favorite, or your stamping seal. And if you're using your seal, I would definitely use the plus, because you want this to stay down and not lift up. Or you can also use tear and tape. That's also good for this. I don't want that to go too far. So I'm just going to hold that down. Now, somebody showed me this little tip to use your bone folder to spread the glue out. And then, you know, if you get too much, like you can't see that, but I can. It actually oozed a bit onto my surface because I had a little too much. And I did gush it on just a little bit. So I'm just going to wipe that up really quick. The little bit of hand sanitizer, which sounds like I'm getting low. We don't want the rest of the project to stick to that part. So we'll just do that, and that's that. Okay, next, I want to put down my panels. Again, I'm going to use my liquid glue. I could see I'm extra tremory this morning. Probably because I'm rushing to get this done, because I'm a little late in doing my video. I'm actually taping this on the Monday before it loads on Tuesday. So, yeah, a lot going on this week. I had a friend visiting from North Carolina. She came last minute. She wanted to see Hoda, who retired. She was a talk show host for the Today Show, and Friday was her last day. So she wanted to see her, and she did get to see her. I don't follow Hoda, so I did not go see her, and I was not standing outside at 3 a.m. waiting in line. But she did it, and she had a wonderful time, and I'm happy that she got to see it, see her, and see so many parts of New York City. And she went home yesterday. I was over in New Jersey, because that's where she was staying at my sister's on for a couple of days. Just made it easier for her to travel back and forth to the city. You see I squish some more there, so we're just going to get that same paper towel and just wipe it off. Once that dries, I'll use my gum eraser. And if you guys have ever seen, I'm sure you've seen me using this a lot, that will take up any other glue remnants. Okay, so let's go back to this piece because I think it's dry, right? Actually, no, let's set that aside. Let's do this here. And we can put this on the front. So again, I apologize for the hand shakiness. I'm going to try this as best as possible. Of course, I'm sure it doesn't help that I had coffee this morning, right? Not a good plan. So you'll have to let me know if you've gotten the catalog and what you think about it. Do you like it? Is there, you know, if you have any questions about anything in there? I, for one, do like it. I have to say it's not my favorite, but what is my favorite, though, is the new online exclusives. Now, those were absolutely gorgeous, and I did order a couple of the sets from there. Although I did order from the mini catalog as well, but I haven't gotten that order in yet. Soon, but not yet. So then I'm going to take this piece, and it's going to butt up right over here to the edge of this panel here. So I'm just going to put adhesive on that panel. I might scooch it over just a bit because it's not quite centered. I think if I do that, so just about 1/8 of an inch over to the left so that it's centered on these two panels here. Okay, so let's do that. And the best thing is to put the adhesive on this panel because the layer piece will fit up and down and cover the whole center panel there. Okay, and I'll just do that, and then let's flatten that out. And then because it's got liquid glue, I can move this around a little bit, come on, to get it centered perfectly over the two. So okay, I think we're good now. All right, then I'll press it down. I'll use my bone folder to smooth out that glue. And then we'll open it up and do the same here, like so. All right, good, beautiful. So see how that works? Isn't that pretty? I think that's beautiful. Okay, we'll put this aside. I think we're actually done with the glue because I'm going to put this on here with dimensionals. All right, so we can put that away. All right, let's get our scrap paper, our butterfly on our basic white. I'm going to start with the Daffodil Delight. Just make sure there's a little bit on there, but I think it's peach pie is on there, it looks like. I'm going to just start with the lightest color, blot off, and then just kind of gently go around the edge here. And that's about all I'm going to do. Wipe that off, although it really doesn't need to be wiped off because I'm going to a darker color now. I want to close that. So we're going to use crushed curry next. Oh, if I can get it open, what happened? There we go. And then we'll just add a little crushed curry to deepen her up a little. And then lastly, I'm going to do pumpkin pie. I need to, and then we'll use some pumpkin pie, just a little there, maybe a little more than that. And we'll do that right down here on the bottom. Just add a little color to it. Okay, I think that's good. I can put that piece in, that side, here, that there. All right, let's glue this down. Oh, I think I need to trim that. How did that happen? I need to trim that a bit because it's laying over that panel. I don't know how I did that. All right, so I'm going to cut off, oh, I don't know, probably about that much. 1/8 of an inch. And we'll see how that works. See if that's enough or if I need to trim some on the other side. Okay, that's perfect now. That doesn't show, so good. All right, so I will put the right measurement. Either I cut it wrong or I had the wrong measurement. One or the other happened. But that was an easy fix. So we'll just glue this down. And then we'll put our butterfly on the front with dimensionals. Flatten that out. Lay this down over here. There is a little space on the top and the bottom, and actually a little bit of space over by the score line, because I don't want it to be up at the score line. Otherwise, it'll be hard to close the card. There we go. Okay, let us put our pretty ribbon up on the top here. And put my butterfly down first. So I'm just adding dimensionals all over the back here. I'll put her on the front. Add a few embellishments along with the ribbon. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. It's kind of looking like it's a little too busy with the floral pattern, but we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to put the glue dot right here because it just makes it easier, so I can put the ribbon right there. Okay, let's take off the backings on the butterfly. These are so staticky, they get all over the place. I'm sure you've heard me saying that many, many times. I'm sure it's happened to you as well. You'll find them all over the house, on your animals and everywhere. Ooh, you know what I shouldn't have done? Probably don't need this one here and the other one there because they kind of stick off the card. So we'll just peel those off. That's an easy fix. Okay, there we go. So yeah, if you're using dimensionals, make sure that you don't put them, if your piece is wider, you don't put them on the ends that are going to hang off the front of the card. So I'm going to put that on a little bit of an angle. So let's make sure that they don't hang off. If they don't, we're good there. I'll put a little knot right up here. I should have moved it up a little, but that's okay. It looks good right there. So what do you think? Should I add the butterflies or should I not? I think I'll add a couple. Maybe here and here. There. And we'll put another big one down here. And we'll put a little one right over here. Looks like that would be a nice place for the little one. There we go. Okay. Put this away. Okay. All right, so there you go. I'm not too crazy about that ribbon up there. I might just take it off because it really doesn't need to be there, right? I don't like it. So I'm going to just take that off. I'll use that someplace else. This ribbon, incidentally, is in the clearance rack. Last I checked, it was still available, but I know it's quickly selling out, and it's called the Center Stripe Ribbon in Pecan Pie. And yeah, Pecan Pie Center Stripe Ribbon. I think it was like $3.80 on clearance. So if you want that, it's a really nice ribbon. I've been using it quite a bit. If you notice I don't know if it was my last video, but I actually colored the ribbon to match the paper that I was using. So friends, thanks again so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this card. If you like the design, and hopefully you'll make it as well. And I'd love to see your projects. If you do make it, please feel free to post on my Facebook page, which the link will be in the description of my video. And if you want the tutorial for this card, please be sure to sign up for my newsletter. The link is also in my description under the video. Have a great day, friends. Till next time. Bye-bye.